basic T codes that we have been using so far for configuration purpose. We've been using T codes, and certain other T codes we are going to check. As we have seen, for transport request, we have seen the data, how we have maintained. So what I'm doing is, whenever you are maintaining any data, so there are certain integration switches which are already working. For example, I'm maintaining any data, employee data, without maintaining certain values. In the last classes, we have discussed that we have maintained some default payroll area because we have not worked with the payroll area yet. Similarly, we are using some default position. So all this is happening because of the integration switches. What is integration switch? Integration switch is used to integrate within the modules, within the submodules, or you can integrate with other modules. For example, integration points between SAP HCM and FICO, for example, SAP FICO, or any third-party software. So there is integration between PA module and OM module. So where do we find these switches? It is important while you are working in real time, and it is important while you are going for interviews also, because it's a frequent question. So what I'm doing is I'm typing SM30 and click on enter. Why I'm going for that? I want to go to the integration table. That is why I'm typing T code SM30. You can hit enter. So here what you can do is you can maintain some value here. T77S0. T77S0. This is the table name. T77S0 is the table name. I am typing here. I'm typing it here because I want to work with this table. With this is nothing but an integration table. T77S0 is nothing but an integration table. So I will maintain T77S0 and I'll click on maintain. So please don't change anything. If you don't understand some point, please don't change anything, because this is important table. The entire configuration and other things are dependent on this. Any integration points, all these things are dependent on this. So whenever you are hiring or doing anything also, this table is at work because of the integration switches that we have activated. Okay, so you can see here, this is the group, and this abbreviation you can maintain this value. This is the value, meaning here in this value you can maintain whether integration is active or not. If active, how it is active. Any value you want to maintain, you can maintain in this field, value abbreviation field. This is nothing but the description. This is nothing but the description. So here what is important for you from interview point of view as well as from work point of view. When you are working, what is important is I will discuss. There are a lot of things here. We don't have time to discuss all that. I will discuss whatever is essential here. You can see here admin and IBAN. Admin and IBAN. This is an integration switch. For part, it is maintaining part of info type 9. Info type 9 for bank details. So this is one switch you need to remember. Admin IBAN S. What values you can maintain? You can maintain S. Okay, it's not displaying, that's fine. This one you need to maintain IBAN. Again, another thing you have to go for is Pluggy. Let me go to Pluggy. Other things also I'm skipping. I will directly go to Pluggy. Yeah. So you can see here Pluggy. Pluggy. This is the Pluggy one. First one you have to maintain IBAN. Admin IBAN you have to remember. Another thing is Pluggy AD A days. Pluggy A days. Waiting period for personnel planning. For example, I want to maintain any switch. I want to maintain switch between Pluggy and BSP. Then what I will do, then I will maintain this X. If I remove this X, meaning it is turned off, switched off. If I want to turn on the switch, I will type X here. Okay. So what happens if I turn switch off and switch on? So there is integration between InfoType 5 and InfoType 1005 and InfoType 8. InfoType 8 is basic pay InfoType. Basic pay InfoType, like basic payment conditions you are specifying in InfoType 8. Basic pay InfoType. 1005 is OM InfoType. In PA, we are talking about InfoType. In OM also, you have InfoTypes. When you are maintaining the integration between the two InfoTypes, we will activate this switch. You will come to know when you are learning payroll in a better way. For example, this one, Pluggy BSP. This is Costy. Pluggy Costy. Integration switch for cost center accounting. Cost center accounting you want to maintain. Then the switch is turned off right now. It is not active. Pluggy Orga. You can see Pluggy Orga. Whatever I am discussing, they are the important points. Pluggy Orga. So we are learning PA module right now. Personal administration module. And personal administration module is a submodule of SAP HCM. And organizational management is also a submodule of SAP HCM. And when you are integrating both PA and OM, you are activating this switch, Pluggy Orga switch. How you are activating? You are activating with X, meaning integration is active right now. How do I know? Because there is an X here. X. I can type X or I can remove X. X meaning it's switched on. If I'm removing that X, then it is switched off, meaning there is no integration. You can switch it off. There is no integration between PA and OM. Otherwise, integration is happening. How integration is happening? Position, for example, we are maintaining position and other things we are maintaining between OM and PA. So this Pluggy Orga switch should be active. Another one you can see here, Pluggy switch. This is for plan version, active plan version, Pluggy. So whatever the positions or the company structure that you are creating is maintained with the plan version. Plan version 01 is standard. This 01 is standard. Suppose you go back and create some 57, any number, 2-digit number, plan version you are creating. In that case, you can directly remove this and directly assign whatever you created. The plan version which you created, that should be active. In that case, you can maintain in here. Another thing, you are learning PA model and we are maintaining default position while hiring. For example, we are maintaining 9999, 8 nines we are maintaining. If you remember, we maintain 8 nines. Meaning we are maintaining a position, default position. Because position you are maintaining from OM and you are maintaining a default position. That is what you are maintaining here. Because this switch is active. How it is active? I have maintained all this. This is maintained by default for the default position. That is why it is 9999 is there. Sometimes it can be maintained as 8888, but usually it is maintained 99. So important here is Pluggy Orga, Pluggy, Pluggy Preli, Pluggy Prelu, Pluggy Costy. These things are important. These are also important. These are the most important integration switches. One student has told me that he faced in the interview, they asked about this Pluggy Orga integration switches. So at some points, X meaning switched on, blank meaning switched off, but not always. As you can see here, Pluggy, active plan version. Whatever plan version is you have written here, it is active and current plan version. For example, we are maintaining 99999. Then that should be the default position. Default position we are maintaining. So you can understand how important this table is. because of all the integration switches relevant for this model is maintained here. That is why we are checking this. So let me go down here. Okay, it has timed out. No problem. So these are some of the switches that you need to maintain. Admin, you can maintain some of this admin here, additional actions. For example, this one, admin EVSUP, additional actions. This is also important switch. So during data uploads, sometimes you have to turn off and on these switches during the uploads. So you may want to turn it off. For example, Pluggy Orga, you want to turn it off because during the uploads you are trying to maintain data. So you want to turn it off. After the data is uploaded, that's how you are doing in real time. And you will run some of the reports. You can run some of those reports. Okay. So let me check some of the other these things. Pluggy, Turner, EXCHX. This one, validation of personal number from other application. That is relevant when there are integration with other systems when they are integrated. Pluggy, EVG. This is not very important, but these are very important. These are very important. Pluggy. They are asking in interviews. Pluggy, Orga, all these things. Okay. You can go back. So while maintaining data, subtype data we are maintaining. For any subtype data, you can maintain again through the table. For example, I am going to SM30 and here we can maintain any subtype. For any info type, we can maintain subtype like 0105, for example. This one we can maintain zero communication, or I can maintain for 0006. Any of the info type, and you want to maintain subtypes. You can maintain here custom specific subtypes. You can create here. What is the table? The table is, let me, the earlier table is T77S0. This is also is asked in interviews. What is the integration table? They may ask in interviews. You have to tell that the table name is T77S0 is the integration table for integration switches, where you can, in that table you can maintain like Pluggy Orga, Pluggy Prelu, admin EVSUP, all these things you can maintain. Admin EVSUP. ploggy orga, ploggy orga, you can maintain. Ploggy orga, these things you can maintain. These are important. Ploggy orga, ploggy prelu. These are also questions. Okay, this is done. What I'm doing is I'm deleting this table. I'm going for another table, which is T591A table. T591A. And here you can see that V underscore, I'm adding, this is actually the table name. The table name is T591A is the table name. Before that, I'm maintaining V underscore. I'm maintaining V underscore. V underscore specifies nothing but the view, because there may be one or more than one view for a particular table. You are maintaining one view for the table. V specifying V view table. That's why you are maintaining. There are cluster tables also. View cluster, which is VC, for cluster tables. You can maintain similarly. So here what I am doing is I am typing V underscore T591A and I'm going to click on maintain. Here you can maintain the subtypes for any info type. For example, I'm maintaining 0006. You can create a subtype and maintain time constraints. Earlier we created trade union address 91. How to create? Easy. You can go to new entries and create. You are maintaining time constraint. For example, I want to maintain for other info type. For example, I want to maintain for 0105. It's nothing but communication info type. You can maintain some form communication like email or something. You can maintain email or something. You can maintain. You can click on enter and you are maintaining new entry and you can write the code like email or something. Like this GCML you are maintaining. Official mail or personal mail email you can specify, or VoIP number or mobile phone number of the employee, or any social accounts you can maintain here. Here also you are maintaining time constraints. There are various time constraints are available, like time constraint 1, 2, 3, A, B, T, Z. All these time constraints are available. You can maintain one of the time constraints here. Any of the, for example, I'm maintaining other info type, 185 info type. For example, 0185. This is also you can use. I hit on enter. You can maintain Aadhaar number. We have maintained Aadhaar number. Last time I have maintained Aadhaar number because Aadhaar number was not existing. Aadhaar card number was not existing. PAN card is there, but Aadhaar card is not there. So you can create any of the social accounts, social IDs, personal IDs you can create here, like election e-card or something you can create here. 185. So for any country, we can maintain. Country wise also we can maintain like this as the subtypes for any of the info types. You can maintain the subtypes from this table directly, that is T591A. This table you can maintain. So let me go to some table here. For a particular partner, you can maintain some table here. What I'm saying is you can enter any of the table. First, what I'm doing is I'm going to SC16. In SC16, you can maintain some of the table. What table I'm maintaining? For info type 1, PA0001, I'm maintaining for info type 1. For this table, I can enter, this is the partner. Any of the partner I'm entering. And we can hit on execute button. This is the execute button. Multiple data also I can take. Multiple data. For example, let me go with you can see multiple data. For multiple partner data we can check. Any of the report we can generate in a similar fashion. There are standard reports, that's a different thing. We can check here. These are PA table. PA tables we can check for different partners. Whatever is the username and other details. Not only for PA, we can go for other tables also. Different type HRP table, for example, I can go for HRP tables. Here I can maintain some plan version 01 and I can execute. These reports I can generate. These reports I can generate. Okay, time is gone, this Zoom time. Do you have any questions till now?
Sir, no, sir.
Okay, so if you have no questions, then you can log in Monday evening 3:30. We will go ahead with header modifications and other topics. We will do configuration of header modifications. You can log in Monday.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.